kicks it right side to Alexander for three. It's in! It's in! We're tied! Timeout, Oklahoma! It's 66 all! Can you believe it?
For a program like North Dakota State men's basketball, still a lot of ways in its infancy of Division I, 6 years in at the time, you know, to go to the second NCAA tournament within those 6 years and then to win a game, that's a pretty high achievement. I couldn't be more excited than I am right now to sit here and look all of you, in particular those guys, in the eyes of the new head coach at North Dakota State.
The first thing he said when he became head coach is that we're going to be a family. He's a person we look up to and we can always go to talk to, and he always lets us know that he's there for us and that if we need anything, let him know, and on and off the court.
We work hard for each other. You know, no one's out there playing for themselves. Especially here in our culture, we've learned that, you know, it's more important to play for your teammates than it is even to play for yourself, and it's one of those things that is embedded in our minds here because of Coach Richmond.
We feel like we was really close-knit group together. We really bond, really gelled. I mean, we was always together on and off the court.
If you're having fun, if you're around a group of guys, a family, so to speak, you know, you're going to elevate it. You're going to relax, and you're not going to worry about this or that. You're just going to have fun, and I think that's what sets us apart. You can really see when you talk to people outside of our program, they comment all the time how close we are, how you know, our togetherness, and how much fun we're having, and that's really important to myself and our family.
Guys, I want you guys to get better, okay? Push yourselves, make mistakes. You're not going to win games in June, right? Okay? So this is when we're getting better.
Stay low, pound them. Bring them up, start bringing them up. Attaboy. Good, pound them all the way to the end.
All right, Trey, even longer, longer. Good.
What I understood early on from some people was, you know, the staff doesn't start with the staff starts with me and hiring a balance off of me. And I think that's what we were able to do, get some guys with some different backgrounds, some different personalities, you know, that can bring some different things to the program. And more so than anything, I think it starts with myself and then our staff. There was no egos, there was no agendas within the staff, and that trickled down into our guys, and that selfless team attitude started with the staff.
Okay, I want you guys to pick it up a little bit.
Starting with Freddie, you know, he's just a guy who's been around here for a long time, so he knows the ins and outs. He knows things that go on and what we do as students ourselves. So he's like a guy, he's like a big brother to us, I would say.
Up to the shoulders, hands on top, ball on top.
Jaden's a high tempo guy, a push guy, so someone who's just always ready to go. He seems calm and relaxed off the court and outside of practice, but the second he's ready to train you and make you a better basketball player, he's going 100 miles an hour, and you better be ready to work when you step on the court with him.
Move. Good. Square. Everything square.
Hendo, he's just a high energy guy. Doesn't matter where you are, on the court, off the court. Expects the best from you, and same thing in return. You know, you expect the best from him, and that's what he'll give you.
There were a lot of unknowns, and anyone in athletics and anyone in any business will tell you structure and routine is a big part of their day-to-day, the day-to-day process. And we knew we were going to be here and there, and that routine was going to be different. But through the process of coming together with some great help from some people in the community, we were able to get a practice facility. Our strength and conditioning staff did a tremendous job up at the CVS, turning that into a great makeshift temporary home for them. The Shields Arena people were very, very good to work with, throughout the year, throughout the process, and the location for everything isn't ideal, but we all understand we needed to eliminate excuses as quickly as possible and make what we have work, and we were able to do those things.
And we will see about the defending champs from North Dakota State, Lawrence Alexander and Corey Brown back there, and a relatively young lineup
in Fargo as well.
It was definitely something that we talked about, you know. We basically came into the season and everybody said that, oh, they graduated all those guys off their great year, you know, there's no way they're going to compete this year, you know, they're going to be middle of the pack because they're still NDSU, they're a sub program, but I don't think anybody gave us a chance at coming back and repeating in the summer league.
Our number was 15, you know, play with the confidence of a one seed, but also play with the motivation of a 5 seed.
We had a plan and a process going in that it was just about getting better every single day. We can't worry about this or that, whether we're in practice, whether we're in the film room, whether it's a game, let's just continue to get better.
Against Texas, you know, the guy that was guarding me is probably one of the top defenders in the whole nation. Really built my confidence knowing that I can score and I'll be able to, you know, help this team get W's down the road.
It was the number 10 Texas Longhorn who defeated the Bison. Tonight, it's the number 25 University of Iowa Hawkeyes.
He's going to do what it takes to win. And I think maybe the biggest thing was, to his credit, in the offseason, he poured his heart and soul into the gym and really, really improved that jumper.
Free right side, Alexander, 21-foot shot, good. Lawrence Alexander has 9 points.
Coach Richmond specifically is, let's get better. LA said the same thing. You know, we knew what to expect, and when we came out with the 2 losses and you know, we're picked 5th place and more people are saying, yeah, it's going to be a rough time for them to repeat what they did last year. We're just like, hey guys, it's the beginning of the year. Let's go get better one day at a time, as Richmond always says.
And I feel like that we really competed those 2 games, and I think it really kind of helped, you know, some of the key guys that never played last year, you know, get adjusted to, you know, the college game.
Started the season 0 for 19, and it was one of those things where I just had to battle back and started playing like I know how to play basketball, and I saw that first shot go in and it just kind of all went uphill from there.
You could see some things, you know, AJ's true freshman year of competing against a very, very good player, Taylor Braun, that he was very competitive, and we knew we had a good player going into it. You saw some things early in practice with Paul, like, you know, he can do some special things, but you never know when the lights truly come on of what their mentality is going to be.
Tonight's ball game, Hampton University at 1-2, and North Dakota State University also at 1-2.
And there were some big moments, some big shots, and those 2 didn't back away.
It was huge. I mean, not only did they take pressure off me, but you know, it really shows that, you know, they was ready for this type of play. You know, for them to have those those big games at home, you know, just realize, you know, just open our eyes, and I'm pretty sure everybody else's eyes, that our team is coming more balanced. It really helped balance out our team, but I think most importantly, you know, they start building confidence within themselves.
Tonight from Shields Arena, the Bison play arch rival UND for the 288th time since 1905.
Well, make no mistake, that's a big game to a lot of people, and we wanted to come out hungry from that. We had just been out at a long 14-hour bus ride home from Montana, and they could have gone a lot of ways. But again, our guys, our tough-minded guys, stayed together.
Well, personally, you know, I wanted to win. I mean, they kicked our butt last year, and you know, and personally, I did not want to go by my senior season losing to UND at home.
You know, I would say just being out there and taking part in that rivalry game was a blast. Growing up, it's always been NDSU versus UND, so to finally get a chance to play and be part of that was a blast.
LA right wing catch and shoot three, swish! Alexander in the middle of a 2-on-1, bounce pass through the lane to Dupree, to the lead man, Dexter Werner, the layup is...
We defended at an extremely high level in that game, never allowed North Dakota to get going.
To Katie, left wing for three, it's strong, Werner the rebound, puts it back up and in. In the right corner, Dexter Werner skips it to Brown, a quick burst down the left baseline and a one-hand throwdown! Right in the face of Terrell DeRuin on a play by Brown! Werner from the left baseline, cuts from left to right into the paint, driving down, left-handed layup, good, and a foul. Dexter Werner with a new Bison career high of 16 points.
For myself personally, it just kind of clicked as it was a few games in the season, so I kind of found my groove and I got comfortable.
But just the fact that Dexter came off the bench and gave us a huge spark at a time we really needed, speaks a lot about Dexter.
I'm not going to hide behind it now. We took some grief when we recruited Dexter, and you can see, with our numbers or lack of it, he had to play. But not only did he play or have to play for us, he kind of delivered.
It's always a challenge playing conference games, no matter who you are, what level you are. If you're in conference, those games are going to be tough.
North Dakota State opens the 2014-2015 conference season against ORU tonight. Werner dribbling and gets his screen, drives in from the right, wants to finish, and lays it in with the right. The right side, a handoff to Brown. He gives to Miller. A catch and shoot three, nothing but net. LA, stop and go dribble drive, now to Katie, left alone, top of the key, three, bang! Plays it into Werner, hands it back to LA, a long three-point shot, good! Over Bobby Word. Jab step to Dupree, right side, a step back, 15-footer, buries it, and we're tied again. Back in the left corner to Young, three-point shot, perfect, and we're tied again.
But I don't know the exact numbers that Lawrence did against Oral Roberts, but the last 14 minutes of that game, he was almost perfect, and he had to be. He delivered in every single moment he needed to, whether it be from the free throw line, whether getting a stop or a rebound, or just the huge threes that he had.
Three, he got another one! Bilberry knifing down the lane, through traffic, the right-hand layup, good. Just ahead of the shot clock buzzer. 46 seconds to play. Alexander down the lane, a hang time layup. Good, count it, and a foul. Bison are about to win their 18th straight home game.
South Dakota State is a team that, especially in recent history, besides us winning the year prior, they've been back-to-back and just a rival with us as we've made the transition.
Carlin races up court to Jacobson, the trailer left wing for three, nothing but net. Dupree, a handoff to Alexander, driving through the lane, left to right, a fall-away 10-footer, got it, count it, and a foul. Sets a screen, the pass to Keating, left to the key, drives down the lane, a runner, a glass block. Left side, Lawrence Alexander goes at the high post to Werner, leans in, a one-hand 10-footer, no good, grabs his own miss, muscles back to putback, lays it in, a pass, and a foul. The drive into the paint, triple team, shot blocked from behind. Now he passes to Parks from the left wing. The three is good. This is to Biddle. Can't get off the three. Ball poked away by Brown. Nearly had the steal. It's last touch by Biddle and a forced turnover by Brown. Shoot, 2:50 to play. LA to Brown in the lane. Drives in. The short righty hook. Good. Over Cody Larson, who again let him take that shot.
Yeah, those wins were huge. Absolutely huge. Obviously, it was nice to have them at home. But to get started like that in league, to be 2-0 against two very, very tough teams, to deliver down the stretch in a couple close games where we had leads, blew leads, we're behind in the second half, was great for our confidence.
In the preseason ranking, those two teams was above us, and for us to get those two wins at home really opened up everybody's eyes, like North Dakota State's here ready to play.
My role is to play basketball, to be me. Being me is something more than scoring or just playing defense. It's doing the little things that people don't usually recognize. And a lot of that I learned from LA, because he told me, as you saw his freshman sophomore, he didn't score too much. He did the little things that needed to be done for them to get some wins. And as he continued, everything just followed along.
Corey's got a motor. We talk about the motor term in basketball all the time. He's got a motor in practice. He's got a motor in games like I've never been around. Never. The way he practices, the way he plays, if you're not on his level, you're going to get run over.
The Bison have won 20 straight home games. Tonight at Shields Arena, they face the Denver Pioneers. Gester off the screen, dribbles to the paint. Left corner to Bird, spot up three. Swish. Move and a handoff to Dupree. Crosses over, drives the lane. The short runner kisses in for two. Carlin Dupree giving the Bison some sign of life late in the half.
We were dismal in the first half. Couldn't score. They were scoring. And the part that bothered me in that game, early in that game, in that first half, our body language was terrible. We were letting one end affect the other. He was a huge part of us turning that game around in the second half and ultimately getting that game in overtime. I thought Corey just flew around and made Corey plays. Corey's great when he's on the offensive, on the offensive glass. When he gets tip steals and deflections, it gets us going in transition.
Goes to Brown, right wing, behind the arc, guarded by Olsen out of the matchup zone, and Brown drives the lane, the left-hand finger roll. Down 45-43, Alexander takes it on the left, long, catch and shoot, three, you bet! Bison by one. With 14 to shoot, he drives the lane, the dish to Miller, left wing, pull up for three, perfect! Gets it ahead to Alexander, a 2-on-1 break, LA to Katie for the two-hand dunk, and a foul! And the Bison are feeling it now.
This offseason, Chris Kading has had surgery on both. By the end of this, he'll have surgery on both hips and a shoulder. I don't think any of us really knew on the outside how much pain that he was going through every day. But again, he put himself behind the team, sacrificed so much. Again, that really epitomizes who we are. A bunch of blue-collar guys with a chip on our shoulder that care way more about each other than we do ourselves. And Chris really defines that from the top.
Well, Chris is definitely tough. I mean, people don't really see it because his personality, just a real nice, humbling guy. But I think when Dave really challenged him to, get tougher, grab more rebounds, and just be tougher in general, I think he really answered the call. It's your senior week. Two last games at home. It's going to be emotion. There's times where I lost focus, but I know I have to regain it in order to help this team get those two W's.
Quick burst down the lane, an up and under move, the left hand finish, good. A quick burst toward the right of the lane, a right hand bank shot, good, high off the glass. Kicks it to Dupree left side, baseball pass down low to Brown for the one hand finish. Front hands it off to Dupree, gives to Jacobson, left wing for three, nails it.
Going to a weekend like that, and you've got such a special talent and such a special person, and a guy like Lawrence Alexander, there's a lot of emotion in that weekend. And you could see that a little bit against IUPUI. We didn't play our best, but we were able to overcome it and get the win. And then you could kind of see, the weight off the back a little bit as far as going into the Fort Wayne game.
It seemed like it just happened so fast. I didn't think that game would come.
Alexander, a jab step on McRae, step toward the baseline, 17-footer, got it! Traylor Jacobson now right corner to Alexander, catch and shoot, three, buries it! Hands it off to Dexter Warner, gives to Alexander for three, behind the screen and good! McRae up the floor with a pass to Edwards, tried to lay it in, Jacobson blocks it off the backboard. Dupree the rebound, the Bison come back on a fast break. Jacobson right side, pull up for three, nails it! Miller up the floor, high stepping his way out front. Backdoor pass to Brown, underneath for the right hand reverse, good! This is Alexander's moment. A crossover dribble from left to right, staggers, drives down the lane, the left hand layup, good! Lawrence Alexander delivers in spades again!
Now it was a tough game. Paul Miller made some huge plays in the second half, and obviously Lawrence was great again. But it was great to send Lawrence out in style. But we have the 5th longest winning streak in the nation right now going on, and we have a baton with a sticker for all 25 wins. And we want to keep adding and building on it.
We were playing like everything should be handed to us, and we haven't played like that all season.
And that was a disappointing moment for me as a head coach. Not that we got beat, but how we got beat. I thought they really took it to us.
We played differently. We didn't play with the chip on our shoulder, the demeanor to actually come out and fight. So at the end of the game, we all talked about it, walked out, got on the bus with our heads high saying, let's get to practice ready to work and practice and play how we know how to play and continue to grind everything out, no matter where we are.
Let's make no mistake. You turn around Saturday, you didn't earn it like you thought you would earn it. But at the very end of the day, that's a tremendous body of work to go 12-4 in league and to share the conference title, you know, was great.
And after a few practices heading into the tournament, our mindset was back where it should be.
Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's the semifinal round of the Summit League Tournament between North Dakota State, 21-9, the number 2 seed into the tournament, and Oral Roberts, 18-13, the 3rd seed.
Nobody won it, right? So let's keep it moving, everybody. Let's keep this stuff down. Tell me on 3, 1, 2, 3. Bam.
Paul Miller comes out of there with it to Dupree, flashing down the left baseline and lays it in with the right hand to Carlin Dupree. Carlin driving down the right of the lane, draws contact, short runner, good off the window. From the right to the rim, right hand layup is good. Carlin Dupree for 2.
Carlin is one of the most talented individuals we have, you know, and have had since I've been here at North Dakota State.
His potential is so high, it's just crazy.
And he's an extremely humble kid, and he's a hungry kid, and he continues to mature and get better in so many ways. But he's a gamer as well, and he loves the moment.
Carlin was like the best glue guy that I ever played with. I mean, he knew his role. He didn't complain about it. He knew there's gonna be nights where, you know, he wasn't gonna get the shot attempts that he wanted. He knew there's gonna be nights when he did.
What went into that game was probably a month to 6 weeks of some time after practice with the assistant coaches, some time on his own, getting some extra shots and reps up, and then again, you know, the fruit of your labor, so to speak, you know, get paid off in big moments. And that was a huge moment, obviously. And we all, you know, we end up winning by 4 in that game, and we needed every single bit of it, especially the way, you know, a guy that had just carried us all year, Lawrence, you know, didn't have one of his better games.
Oral Roberts to play it in, underneath its basket to the right, to work in the left corner, 3-point shot, blocked by Alexander, taken by LA, dribbles away from a double team, knocked to the floor, foul called on Oral Roberts with 12.9 seconds to play. Tonight, the Bison try for back-to-back trips to the Big Dance as they take on South Dakota State in the Summit League Tournament Championship game from Sioux Falls.
Yeah, there's no secrets. Your back's against the wall when there's going to be 9,200 people there and over 8,500 it's going to be in blue. You know, basically a home environment for them. But that was our guys' edge mentality all along. When your back's against the wall, who cares? That's all we need is our group, and we weren't so much worried about who we were playing. We were worried about ourselves and getting better.
To Corey Brown, back to Alexander from the right, the 3-point shot, got it! Leaves it to Jacobson, right side, pull up for 3, got it! AJ is on early. Drives into the free throw circle, behind the back, down the lane. 5-foot fadeaway, good off glass. Dribbling in from the right to the paint. A lead right at the rim to Cody Larson for a 2-hand jam. Catch and shoot 3, high arcing and in. The head to Dupree. He gets around DeAndre Parks and gives it up at the rim to Kading for a 2-hand flush. Squares up, takes the 3-point shot, nothing but net. Fires to Miller, top of the key, 3, it's in. Paul Miller with his first made hoop tonight. LA left side, a catch and shoot 3, it's good! Enters it down low to Warner. He spins toward the paint, pulls up short, fake shot, got it! And Cody Larson gets the loose ball rebound. Outlets ahead to Biddle. A crossover drive down the lane, the right hand layup, good. Corey Brown calls timeout.
It's interesting, in the timeout we have a set to get it in, and really we have confidence in anybody that we put within that set to get open, to catch it, and then deliver at the free throw line. And so we haven't really talked about a specific individual catching it in that situation. you know, but obviously you can see the moment and the mentality that he has. He comes in that huddle and he says, I want this ball. I want it bad, Coach.
The Jacks again will press.
Fortunately, he makes the cut, makes the right read to get him the ball.
Who do you want at the line here? You want Lawrence. I mean, this is the player of the year. This is his moment.
I think everybody was expecting in the crowd, our guys, myself, our staff, the South Dakota players, coaches, South Dakota State players, coaches, you know, for him to go to the free throw line and make those two.
The 1-and-1 for Lawrence Alexander, who is 3 for 4 from the line. The free throw is in and out.
Went up to the free throw line. I don't know how I missed that free throw, but it routed all the way down and popped out. I guess I wanted to make the game more interesting.
Rebounded by Larson. Outlets to Parks at the midcourt stripe. Top of the key, 3 seconds to go. Top of the key, 3. Wide left. No good. The Bison win. The Bison are going back to the Big Dance.
We was expected to win it last year, but this year, no, nobody really expected us to win it. You know, for me, no pressure to go out, go back to the NCAA tournament my senior year. It's definitely a great feeling, but I didn't do it all by myself. You know, I had great coaching staff and great teammates, to allow me to get back to the NCAA tournament.
And I think that was what made it more special, almost, is the fact that we proved everybody wrong all year, and we came back and we repeated in the Summit League. So I think that was just a lot more. I'm just emotional, is the fact that we exceeded expectations and set the bar higher than people thought we'd be able to.
It never gets old. If I could live it over 3,000 times, I would, and have the same exact feeling and emotional feeling that I had with a bunch of guys that just love to play the game. It's saying you're the best of this conference, this league. You worked hard to get to this point, and to feel that all your hard work has paid off, and to the point that you're doing something that you've dreamed about when you're little, to go to the NCAA tournament, the big dance, you'll never get over that. You wish to feel that as many times as you can.
Who do they play? Out of the Summit League, the 15th seed Bison of North Dakota State in the league tournament final. North Dakota State held on for a 1-point win. They are 23-9 on the year. So it'll be Gonzaga against North Dakota State.
You know, it's hard to even label them a mid-major program anymore because of how they operate, the success they had. And in talking to a lot of people, this might have been Coach View's best team.
The mid-major that every mid-major wants to be like. You know, consistently in the NCAA tournament, consistently winning their conference.
You know, just going against those guys who have basically defined what a mid-major program aims to be. You know, it's exciting to get a chance to play against them and improve your worth a little bit.
Tonight from Key Arena in Seattle, Washington, the NDSU Bison are ready for their 3rd trip to the Big Dance in 7 years. Herb Brooks may have said it best as portrayed in the movie Miracle. If the Bison played Gonzaga 10 times, the Zags might win 9. But maybe, just maybe, not tonight. Maybe this night, David wins and Goliath falls in his own backyard. Swing it to Jacobson, rises for 3. Got it! That's the way to start!
Still 20 to shoot. Corey Brown fills it out.
Dupree gonna pull the trigger and he got it. Connor Dupree carries the shot from 15.
Wow. Off balance 3, and how did that one go?
There's Miller, can't get it, crosses over twice on Pangos, off down a shot, go! So now the Bison down 11, can go back within single digits. Here goes Dex to the rack, he took it in and put it in!
You know, it was just one of those nights. It's, you know, I think all players have had them at some point in their life. It's just a night where, you know, you don't really think, but all the shots are falling. So, you know, you just got to kind of enjoy it and just keep it going as long as you can.
When you go out and recruit somebody, you can measure how tall they are. You know, in a lot of ways, you can see how high they jump. You can see their skill set, how well they handle the ball, how well they shoot the ball, how hard they can, you know, they defend. But it's really hard to measure someone's pride. To measure someone's toughness, and that's what you get from a North Dakota kid like Dexter.
LA's career has come to an end in Seattle. Very few have impacted the Bison program as much as that man right there.
The hunger and the humility in our guys, in their eyes of let's do this again. Let's raise the bar. We have the right guys to keep this program where it's at, but also keep it moving forward. And that's a big thing because we cannot get complacent. We have got to stay hungry. We have got to stay humble.